Welcome, everyone, to the YCN Game of the Week, brought to you by La Valley Building Supply, the pros' first choice since 1962. This week, the Cougars of Kearsarge Regional host the Royals from Mascoma Valley High School here in North Sutton, New Hampshire. Hi, everybody. Jim Rivers and my friend Happy Jack Karen here for what is really the final game of the regular season for both Mascoma and Kearsarge. But for the Cougars, the playoffs lie ahead, and for the team from Mascoma, it's been a tough season. 0-17, a young team.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? They're going to come out playing. You know that it's their last game. They're going to show the coaches what they have.
Well, for Kearsarge, it is an important game because they do have an opportunity to maybe get a home game in the opening round of the playoffs. They will be probably involved in the play-in. We can explain it a little bit later, but a win here tonight, and they have a shot at hosting a game in the playoffs. Let's talk about a couple of the players that we'll be watching tonight. Devi Krashauer had 31 points in the meeting between these teams back in Mascoma.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen her play, but I'm pretty excited to see her. I've heard a lot about her, and we'll see what happens.
Well, she put up 31 points. She's 5'11", and on the roster, she wears number 32. Just a junior.
Well, like I say, there's some good athletes on both teams, and let's see what happens.
She also had 10 rebounds in that game. Maggie Stockwell had 11 points in that game. Maggie, of course, is one of the senior guards, and I'm told there's a good chance we may see all seniors start here tonight. It is senior night.
Yeah, and there's a nice crowd coming in. This is a big spectacle here, and I'm glad I'm part of it.
Unfortunately, we understand that Sydney Bright might possibly be out of the game for health reasons, but other than that, Kearsarge is ready to go. So it should be a great game. The team 0-17 would love to close out their season with a victory.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's you're the dark horse. You are, and you come here and you want to put on a good show. And like I say, get ready for next year.
All right, when we come back, we'll have the La Valley Building Supply tip-off for first quarter action as the Cougars of Kearsarge Regional High School take on the visiting Royals of Mascoma Valley in this week's YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to Kearsarge Regional High School in North Sutton. Before we get to the opening of tonight's game between Kearsarge and Mascoma, let's meet the seniors on the Cougar team.
All right, here we go. I'm going to first bring out Jenna McCarthy. She's accompanied by her mom, Heather, and her dad, Joe, and her support system, her cousins, Johnny and Harry. Each one of the girls has written a little blurb I'm going to read to you. And Jenna, her future plans are to attend college, majoring in graphic design, and trying out for the team. And Jenna says, I'd like to thank my parents, Heather and Joe, my late grandfather for the love of basketball, my grandparents, Gail and George, and my aunts, uncles, and family. All right, next let's bring out Maggie Stockwell. She's accompanied by her mother, Marcy, father, Richard, and brother, Tom. Maggie's future plans are to attend college, and she'd like to thank her mom and dad, her coaches, Keith, Ben, Brittany, and Steph, and all her teammates. All right, next let's bring out Lily Huntoon. Lily's accompanied by her parents, Mom Linda, and her dad Neil. Lily's future plans are to attend the United States Naval Academy and become a Marine. She'd like to thank her family for their support, her friends, her coaches, and especially her teammates. All right, let's bring out Eleanor Angus. Eleanor is accompanied by her mom, Allison, her dad, Pete, and her sisters, Leslie and Libby. Eleanor's future plans are to attend college, majoring in nursing, and playing college lacrosse. She'd like to thank her family, her friends, and all her basketball coaches. All right, next let's bring out Bree Sullivan. Bree's with her mom, Diane, her dad, Tom. major in biology with a pre-med track. And she's hoping to play a club sport. She'd like to thank her parents for supporting her in all of her endeavors, her coaches for always pushing her to be the best that she could be, and all her teammates. All right, let's bring out Sid Bright. Get her mom Penny up, her dad Tom, brother Jordan. And little brother Austin. Sid plans to attend college and continue to play basketball. She wants to thank her mom and dad, her siblings, and her friends. She'd like to thank Curtis Roddy, Dave Smith, Dave Chase, Steve Lavapacello, Kurt McCandless, Coach Ben Cushing, and Coach Keith Roberts. Your senior girls. Introducing the starting lineups for tonight's first game. For the Royals, coached by John Billings. At forward, 5'8", a sophomore, number 25, Raby Mansour. At forward, 5'7", a sophomore, number 23, Sydney Thompson. At forward, 5'9", a sophomore, number 14, Kayla Hammond. At guard, 5'1", a senior, number 15, Dakota Richardson. And at guard, 5'4", a senior, number 11, Elena Pringle. And now for the Cougars, coached by Keith Roberts. At forward, 5'10", a senior, number 15, Jenna McCarthy. And let's join Kearsarge junior co-ed Courtney Loster as she sings our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stars and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's take this TV timeout. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Stay tuned for more game action coming up. Welcome back to Kearsarge Regional High School in North Sutton. Jim Rivers along with Happy Jack Karen. And we're about just ready to get underway here on senior night. These two teams met back on January 28th up at Mascoma. And Mascoma played them pretty tough on the first period, Jack. It was 13-10 after one period. But then the Cougars exploded for 21 points in the second period and kind of put it away. For Kearsarge tonight, Lily Huntoon, one of the starters, a senior, Maggie Stockwell, a senior, Eleanor Angus, a senior, Brianna Sullivan, a senior, and Jenna McCarthy, a senior. So they're giving all the upperclassmen a chance to start here tonight, Jack.
It's nice to start as a senior on senior night, Jim.
We'll pick up the starters here for Mascoma. Elena Pringle, a senior. Kayla Hammond, a sophomore. Dakota Richardson, a senior. Sydney Thompson, a sophomore. And Rayleigh Mansour, a sophomore. And as we said in the open, Kearsarge will be going to the playoffs. 12 through 16 have what they call a play-in. So if they can win here tonight, they can assure themselves of playing in one of those games here at home. A loss would drop them down, so they probably would go on the road. But 20 teams make the playoffs. We have first foul here on the Kearsarge on Eleanor Angus, her first. One would think, Jack, you come in here at 0-17. One of the things you might try and do is maybe slow things down a bit, not let Kearsarge get out there and get running up and down the court.
Yeah, and you know, looking at the starting lineup for Mascoma, you see the sophomores and stuff like that. You know, like I said in the pregame, they're looking to make a name for themselves. They really are.
Well, they knew they played Kearsarge tough for a period at home. And that was a while ago, back on the 28th of January. Nearly stolen away by Huntoon. And I'm not sure she could track it down. Yeah, she did. It was out off the Royals. They, of course, will also be picking up the action of the boys' game. It was the Kearsarge Cougars currently in the top 4 in Division III, and Mascoma right about in the middle of the pack. So both teams likely to go to the playoffs. But there's still 3 or 4 games left of the boys' season. The girls are wrapping up around the state tonight.
While we have a second, the 2 referees for tonight is Mr. Brian Moulton and Mr. Tim Dafinos.
Dauphiné,
okay.
Dauphiné. That's number 2 on Eleanor Angus, the starting senior for Kearsarge. The running one-hander. Doesn't go for Mansour. Still looking for our first point here. 6:25 to go in period number 1 at the Marty Brown court. He had some great boys basketball teams here. Served as the AD and now enjoying a well-deserved retirement down in Florida. This is Lily Huntoon with the shot. Getting the second attempt, but that not going. Thompson with it. Sydney Thompson for Mascoma. Kearsarge content to kind of lay back. Very quick hands. Lily Huntoon. She'll take it for the layup. Fouled in the action by Mansour, but she'll go to the line. Lily Huntoon very quick out there in defense. Debbie Crawshaw into the game. Now it's a young lady that had 31 points in their first meeting. Still looking for our first bucket. Brianna Sullivan went high up for that one.
Well, you see a little contrast between the 2 teams early. Mascoma, trying to pick up the pace, is pressing, where Kearsarge is pretty much comfortable just going back and playing some zone defense.
Well, Mascoma's got a couple of young ladies that just have some pretty good height to them. Rayleigh Mansour, 5'8", Elizabeth Pelton, 5'9", and Kayla Hammond, 5'9". So if they can do some damage on the boards, they might be able to keep this close. That's going to be the 3rd foul of the night on the Cougars. That'll be on Maggie Stockwell, her first. 5:49 to go here, still looking for point number 1. Elena Pringle in no hurry to bring that ball up. Watch how quick Huntoon is. Open shot does not drop for Richardson. Pushing it up quickly on Tune. A little bit of a travel there.
Well, that's one thing. We're trying to pick up the pace. You know, girls, it's still early in the game. And, you know, they'll get settled in.
Got to take the lid off that basket, Jack, at both ends.
Both goalies are playing really well.
Off the hands of Thompson in the corner. Picked up over there. Sullivan on Tune again. A little problem finding the handle on that ball. Still looking for our first points. Good inside position by Rayleigh Mansour, and that's what they need to do. They can't let Kearsarge have that second and third shot down there.
Yeah.
Pringle. Air ball will go the other way. Into the game now, Caitlin Prescott and Caitlin Kleckner. Jenna McCarthy getting a rest, and Lily Hunt-Toon getting a breather. Full court pressure now by the Royals.
Yep. Like I said, they want to pick up the pace, you know.
Yeah, you know, they're halfway through this period, and they've held Kearsarge without a bucket until, no, air ball by Kleckner. Kearsarge JV boys won handily in the game prior to this one.
Her second team.
Don't forget to tune in every week for the River Valley and Kearsarge Chronicles, the who, what, where, and when shows of our region. They will premiere at 7:30 every Tuesday and Thursday night right here on YCN, your local view. I'm going to kick it out front to Stockwell. Another turnover.
Well, it's still early in the game, Jim, and, you know, it's senior night. Kids are excited.
Mascoma averaging only 30 points a game this season. They've given up an average of 55, so they've had a tough season, but it is a young team. I'm sure they've learned a lot. That is going to be over the back, I think, right there by Caitlin Prescott.
Here's that foul, number 24, Caitlin Prescott.
That is team foul number 4.
The game for Mascoma is number 3.
On the other hand, Kearsarge averaging about 41 points a game, giving up about 44. They have a record of 7-10. They've 3-2 since that victory at Mascoma. Stockfell went for the steal. Now she's got it. I'm not sure I've ever gone through a period of basketball in high school without a point. Jack.
We're only halfway through, Jim. We'll get a point. Right. We'll get a point. I know we will. Outside shot. That was a 3. Didn't drop. Rebounded underneath by Longley, and could be another Kearsarge foul over the back. 3:49 to go here in period 1. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back to the Marty Brown Gym. .341 to go here. Here's a three-pointer off the back iron by Martin. Quickly up the court, Kleckner. Still looking for our first points. That's going to be a travel. Jenna McCarthy checks back into the game. Don't forget, if your business is interested in advertising on YCN or you'd like your team to be televised, give us a call or send an email to info@ycnnow.com. Hunt-Toon quickly double teamed. Open shot, right side, back iron, this time by Kleckner. There we go. There we go.
Caitlin Kleckner where the 2. Well, finally they got the cover off at one end, Jack.
Yep.
Elena Prignell moving the ball to Martin. She'll take an outside shot. Stockwell, a 3. There we go.
You know, once you take that lid off, Jim, the basket seems bigger and bigger, you know?
5-0 with 2:45 to go here in period 1. We'll take a very quick break and be right back. Welcome back to the Marty Brown Gym. If you can't tell, it's senior night, and the fans are starting to pack in. We have the varsity girls playing, and we're going to pick up the boys as well. Local sports fans, 94.5 ESPN Radio's Franklin and House sports show, talk show, is on YCN every weekday at 6 p.m. Tune in to hear what is hot in local sports. And right now, Kearsarge is hot. A couple of quick hoops are up 5-0. Macy Hansen, that is team number 6. They're racking up the fouls here, Jack.
Yep, and hey, let's see what happens. They start going to the line, making some free throws.
Martin will take the open shot. As we say, back on January 20th, it was 13-10 at the end of one before the Cougar girls broke things open. Good defense. Elizabeth Telton over there fighting for the ball. Hammond on the inbound to Pringle, and Elena looking the ball up the court. 2:15 to go here in the first period. And that is going to be foul on Stockwell. That is number 7. Pringle will go to the line.
You know, the other nice thing, Jim, by Mascoma going to the foul line, they're going to be able, if they make their free throws, they're going to be able to start setting up their press. And let's see how that works out for them.
Brandon Sullivan back in for Kearsarge. We'll try and pick up the substitutes as they come in for you. Pringle will get the second shot. Mascoma still looking for a point here in the first period, and there it is.
There we go.
And as you say, they put a little pressure on. Buckner tied up in the corner. Justine Martin, the junior, tying things up. On the possession, it goes right over to the Cougars. Maggie Stockwell with a 3 and Caitlin Kleckner with a 2, and that's been the scoring for the Cougars. This is Martin for Mascoma. I wonder maybe if Justine Martin might be a little gun shy after her first couple of shots, missed the mark. Might be a little gun shy. She had an open shot there and didn't take it. Pringle. Martin will take it left side. This is Krashnar. Krashar had a big night up at in Enfield. There's a steal. Alyssa Hammond. Got bumped a little bit, no call. Picking up the loose ball and dropping it in, Elizabeth Telton. 5-3 basketball game now.
See the difference, Jim, when they score a basket and they can set up their press, how the transition isn't as smooth?
Well, Justine Martin's not going to give up. And there's a 2 for her, and guess what? We're tied. 45 seconds to go in the period.
What happened to that 0-0 tie?
The shower. Tries the putback. They'll work it out front again. Huntoon. And you wonder too. I mean, they're kids. They're kids, Jack. And you wonder coming into a game if you're going to take an 0-17 team lightly. I mean, you know, they're 0-17. Let's go in and win this and go to the playoffs. But you've got to give credit to these Mascoma Valley girls. They've come to play.
They showed up. They showed up, and they're doing a great job right now. Coach Billings is going to be happy.
Grabbed by Hammond. Down to 10 seconds. Coach Roberts yells at the girls to look at the clock. Brianna Sullivan puts them up on top. Foul is going to be on Morgan Longley.
Green. Be Sullivan at the line. She'll shoot 1.
Gets her own rebound. Is there time? And that should do it for the period. So Kearsarge jumping out to a 5-0 lead, but Mascoma coming back to tie it up 7-5 at the end of 1 with the Cougars on top. We'll be back to Kearsarge right after this timeout.